Finding out if you got into Oxford is a nerve-wracking experience. It's a day of suspense and high emotions, whatever the outcome. As someone who's been through the process, here's my thoughts. My name is Sam, and this is Oxcentric. Before I talk about responding to the offer outcomes, I just want to clarify some common logistics questions regarding finding out your results. Whilst this is how things work at the moment, it is obviously subject to change in future. Oxford announced their UK undergraduate course offers on a single day, usually in January. When I got my offer in 2020, I first heard back from my college directly via email, then later in the day received confirmation via UCAS track. What time you hear back from Oxford may vary depending on your college and department. I personally got the email at around 9 AM and was the first in my sixth form to get a result. However, the message could have come through at any time on the offer day. Just to dispel a potential myth, when you receive communication is not an indicator of whether or not you have been successful, so don't panic if you haven't heard anything when some of your peers may have. Let's talk about the outcome everyone will be hoping for: success. If you have been successful, my sincerest congratulations. An Oxford offer is not easily achieved. For the majority of students, this is a result of tireless preparation and doubtless a dash of good fortune. I implore you to stay working to ensure you achieve the necessary grades. Speaking from experience, nothing is worse than thinking you might have messed up on the final stage of something you put so much effort into. Thanks for that one, Gavin Williamson. Some offer holders may be doubting whether Oxford is the right choice. I'd always encourage students to do what is best for them. However, I ask that you consider all the work that you have done to get this far and trust in your abilities. Oxford have chosen you because they think you can thrive there. Is that cliche? I feel like it's kind of cliche. Still true. If you are successful, you'll likely have some administration and forms to complete soon, but this will be explained clearly in the communication you receive. However, for many other students, it'll be bad news. Rejection sucks. In hindsight, you will be able to look back on this as an experience of growth, but for now, things may well feel pretty awful. Oxbridge rejection in general is not an indictment of your abilities, especially as more people apply year on year. Tutors have to make increasingly hard and often very close decisions about who to admit. If you choose to apply for feedback, which I would encourage you to, some of it may agree with this sentiment. Generally, you are good, but other candidates were better suited for studying here is a common theme in these responses. It is key not to let this knock down your long-term self-belief or shrink your dreams. Neither will be helpful for you. Especially if you got to interview, you displayed that you were worth their consideration and you took the risk by applying. That is something you can always know and be proud of. Applying to Oxford is often something that people pin their self-worth to. I know I did. To be honest, part of the reason I put so much work into my application was because I was terrified of failure. I had my heart set on this goal, and I believed that anything less would have been unsatisfactory. That said, getting rejected does not make you any less of a valid or worthwhile person. Something that comes up quite often is reapplying. I don't really have any strong opinions on whether you should or shouldn't do this. That said, I personally wouldn't have considered it because I don't think that I could have put myself through that process again while still risking failure. Furthermore, getting into Oxbridge isn't a solution to all of someone's problems. I think it's a rewarding path should you be able to take it, but it's not an easy route nor the only option. And even if you do get in, you will almost certainly still have to face rejection. I got rejected by the Oxford Student Ambassador Programme, which is part of the outreach efforts here. Whilst I was very frustrated and disappointed by this at the time, there's nothing I can do about it now, and I just have to accept that failure like this is an inevitable part of life. Becoming a more mature person is about taking those rejections, getting up and looking for the next opportunity. There are other universities, there are other programmes. This is not the end. On Oxford Offer Day, there's still a big question once the dust has settled and the outcomes are known. What happens now? The truth is, that's for you to decide. Whilst it might feel like you're at the mercy of someone else's decision, how you respond and what you do next is entirely your choice, and I hope you can be happy in whatever you choose. I know a lot of my viewers are applicants to Oxford, Cambridge and beyond. If you've been successful, I'd love to hear your story and invite others to share in your success. If you were unsuccessful, you may find people in the same situation. Talking about this stuff does make it easier. I hope in some small sense I've made the Oxbridge application process easier or more transparent. That's what this channel is all about, and your messages are part of what keeps me creating. If you're yet to hear, I wish you the best of luck, and if you do know the result, I hope you can make the most of it, whatever the outcome. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more content.